Dilute solutions and colligative properties. And we know one thing, most of the reactions that can take place in solution, whenever we dissolve that compounds in a solution, then only it can solvent it undergo reaction. So what is solution? Solution is nothing but solvent and solute. Combination of solute and solvent is solution is a homogeneous mixture. It's an homogeneous mixture of three or more substances. So what is solvent? Solvent is a continuous medium in solution and solute which dissolved in solvent to undergo reaction. So here solution, in this we are taking it as a non-volatile solute. Non-volatile. Non-volatile means in a solution it doesn't undergo vaporization. Solvent have some physical properties like freezing point, boiling point, vapor pressure and osmotic pressure. These are some physical properties of solvent. But when we whenever the solute dissolved in a solvent, based on number of particles dissolved in solvent, these physical properties changes. So these are called colligative properties. What are colligative properties? The properties of solvent which is changed due to the addition of solute particles in solvent is called colligative properties. So there are four colligative properties. First one, lowering of vapor pressure, delta P representation, and second one osmotic pressure represented with pi, and elevation in boiling point it represented with TB, and depression in freezing point it is represented with TF. These are colligative properties. Based on these properties in a solution, it can be useful to determine molecular weight of solute. So these can be utilized to know the mass of solute present in a given solution. These can be explained experimentally. If one colligative property is known, based on one, remaining can be determined. And these colligative properties applicable to dilute solutions. Only dilute solutions can applicable to these colligative properties. And what are dilute solutions and concentrated solutions? Suppose take one known volume solvent. If dissolve less number of particles in this solution, it's a fixed volume of solvent. In this dissolve less particles of solute, then we can call it as a dilute solution. If more number of particles of solute present in this volume, then we can call it as a concentrated solution. Now you know what is concentrated solution and dilute solution. In dilute solution, less particles present, and in concentrated more particles present. That is called its concentration and dilution. Take first colligative property. What it is? Lowering of vapor pressure. Take one solvent. Suppose it having this much volume. Here the liquid surface, this liquid it converts to some vapor. Even normal condition it exhibit vapors. This liquid converting into vapor, and again this vapor converting into liquid. There is an equilibrium between liquid and its vapor. Due to this vapor, it produces some pressure. That pressure is called its vapor pressure. Exerted of pressure due to vapors is called its vapor pressure. And here take some particles of solute, dissolve in this solution, then it will become a dilute solution. Now what happens? It's vapor pressure. In solvent the vapor pressure is P0. Take it as a P0, and by the addition of some solute particles in the solvent, it produces less vapor pressure, less liquid converting into vapor, because in the solvent the surface area of this liquid is more. That's why most of the liquid particles can be converted into its vapor. But here these solute particles are occupied this surface area. Therefore the liquid surface area decreased. That is the reason number of particles of liquid which can be converted into vapor will be decreased. That is vapor pressure of this solution is P1. So which vapor pressure is more? Solvent vapor pressure is more than this solute plus solvent consisting solution vapor pressure. Therefore this one is more than the solute consisting solvent. Now we can write decreased in vapor pressure delta P, we can write it as is equal to P naught minus P1. If we subtract vapor pressure of solution from vapor pressure of solvent, then we get decreased vapor pressure. This is called lowering of vapor pressure. So this lowering of vapor pressure divided by pure vapor pressure of solvent is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. And this relative lowering of vapor pressure is related to mole fraction. What is mole fraction? Mole fraction is nothing but number of moles of solute or solvent present in total number of solution. Suppose if you want to calculate mole fraction of solvent, then it is equal to number of moles of solvent by total number of moles of solute and solvent present in solution. And for mole fraction of solvent, if you want to calculate, then we can write it as number of moles of solute by solute plus solvent moles in solution. Then we get its mole fraction. Therefore this relative lowering of vapor pressure, it is equal to mole fraction of solute. What it is? It is equal to mole fraction of solute. That is P naught minus P1 by P naught is equal to X2. It can be explained on the basis of Raoult's law. Raoult's law states that in a dilute solution, the partial pressure existed of solvent of a solution is directly proportional to mole fraction of solvent. That is, if partial pressure in a solution is P0, P1, if we consider it directly proportional to mole fraction of solvent X1. If we remove this proportionality, it will get P0 X1. P0 is partial pressure of pure solvent. Partial pressure of pure solvent. X1 is mole fraction of solvent. So total mole fraction X1 plus X2 is equal to 1. X2 is mole fraction of solute. So if you want to write X1 is equal to, this is 1 minus X2. If we substitute X1 value in this equation, then it will become, this is equation 1, this is equation 2. If we consider 2 in 1. So P1 is equal to P0 X. What is X1? It is 1 minus X2. So multiply this P0 to both P0 X2. It is P1. Now take this P1 to this side, P0 X2 to this side. Then what we can write? This is equal to, take this to this side. Remain P0 is here. Take this to this side. Here it is have positive sign. If it is take to this side, it will become negative sign P1. And take this to this side. Here negative sign. If it is comes to it, positive sign. Now if you want to write X2 is equal to, it is P0 minus P1 by P0. So this is relation between mole fraction and relative lowering of vapor pressure. What we can write it as P0 minus P1, it is delta P, change in lowering of vapor pressure by P0 means vapor pressure of pure solvent. This is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. This term is relative lowering of vapor pressure, and here it is X2 is mole fraction of solute. This is relation between lowering of vapor pressure and mole fraction of solvent, which is equal to, this is delta P by P0 is equal to X2. So what is X2? X2 is nothing but, it is equal to number of solute particles present in solution by total moles. Moles of solute present in solution by total moles solute plus solvent, which is equal to delta P by P0. In dilute solutions, number of solute particles present in solution is very less, then we can neglect. N2 is very less than N1. Therefore, we can write this equation as N2 by, so in the solution, solute particles can be neglected by N1. Number of moles is equal to weight by its gram molecular weight M. This is formula. So here what we have, delta P by P naught is equal to N2 by N1. Here N2 is number of moles of solute. So this can be written as small w by small m, weight of that solute by its gram molecular weight by N1 solvent, capital W, weight of that solvent by gram molecular weight, capital M. So if you write it as, if you take to this side, it will become w by small w by m into, this will be move top side to capital W M, capital M by capital W. Therefore total equation delta P by P naught is equal to small w by small m into capital W by capital M by capital W. This is equation calculate relating of lowering pressure and its molecular mass. This is relation. Based on this, we can calculate molar mass of or molecular weight of solute in a given solution. In this problem, when 2.47 grams of non-volatile non-electrolyte solute was dissolved in 100 grams of a solvent of molecular weight 78, the vapor pressure of solvent was lowered from 75.19 to 74.26 millimeter. So calculate molar mass of solvent. So here I ask vapor pressure. So what is formula of relative lowering of vapor pressure? It is equal to P naught minus P1 by P naught, which is equal to W by M into capital M by capital W. What is P naught? P naught is vapor pressure of pure solvent lowered from 75.19 to 74.29, means 75.19 is vapor pressure of pure solvent. What is P1? P1 is vapor pressure of solution, which is 74.26. So now what is small w? Small w is weight of solute. How much weight is given? 2.47 of non-volatile solute dissolved in. So 2.47 grams. Next, small m has to calculate molar mass of solute asked. So we have to calculate this one, and capital M was given. It is 100 grams. 100 grams. And molecular weight was also given. How much it is? 78. Now substitute all these values in this equation. P naught is equal to 75.19 minus 74.26 by 75.19, which is equal to small w is equal to 2.47 by m has to calculate capital M is equal to 100. This is 78. So 75 minus 0.19 minus 74.26 value 0.93 by 75.19 is equal to this value. Now we have to calculate M, molar mass of solute. So take this to this side, remaining all terms take to this side. So M is equal to, now 2.47 into here 100 into, take 75.19 to this side, here it is multiplying by 78 into 0.93. If we calculate all these terms, all these values, we get this value. This is molar mass of solvent.